Greetings, adventurers. This is Chris, aka Nas, with New Adventures in Skyrim. I hope everything's going well with you and you're taking care of yourselves and the ones you love. This is my first installment of RPM, or RP of the Month. Quickly, this is just to highlight good RP and good people, and to hopefully get people connected. This will sometimes be Skyrim content like it is today, but it's definitely not going to be limited to that. One big concept here is reciprocity. I am looking to connect and for other people to connect with. So I'm going to first and always promote people who will at the least respond and maybe converse. I'm not saying it's any form of obligation to write chapters like I'm wont to do, sorry in advance, but just interacting with the people who do something like take their time and comment. After that, and I don't mean this to sound bad, but quality is not a thing, nor is the degree of the RP. I may have some that are more or less immersive, some may be more Let's Play than RP, some may be more on the edit and cinematic side of the house, while others will be, as I do it, the live action RP side of the house. So some of these may not be for you, and I understand that, but there will be more. With that said, if you stop by any of these fine establishments, tell them Chris, aka Nas, says hi. With all of that out of the way and nothing more to say, let's rev up these RPMs. Today I'm very pleased to introduce you to Rogue Archer, and if you are watching this, sorry for introducing you to yourself, but I hope this does you justice. So, at this moment, Rogue is a Skyrim RPer. Her channel currently has 3 roleplays, 2 of them being active and 1 seems to be inactive from what I've gathered. I'm currently engaged in Aiden and Logan's RPs. Personally, I love Logan. He's an orc, and I bleed green. But Aiden's is just starting, 3 episodes in as of the time that I'm doing this video, and I'm watching his currently as they come out while now catching up with Logan's, who is a lot deeper into his episodes, and I started late. One thing about Aiden's is it's a blank slate RP, a term I literally just made up on the spot, in that there is no character reveal beforehand, something I'm used to, and honestly I was kind of taken aback by it first just because I wasn't expecting it. Usually RPs these days have and start with the intro to the character to some degree, or the rules and parameters of the RP or something like that, but nope. I'm not familiar with the 3rd RP that's ended, not at all, but if you are, let me know about it in the comments below. I'm going to get there, but as I say, everything's eventual. Going to give a brief intro to Logan and play some clips or roll some footage as I talk. I want to highlight things here without spoiling at the same time. So Logan is a young orc from no particular stronghold, having left to make his own way in the world and maybe start his own clan. First, it's intriguing to me that Rogue went with him having an interest in magic. It's slightly atypical of orcs, but I like it. This is part and parcel with the second thing I'm trying to note about the RP. I love the way she plays Logan, doing such an amazing job at blending his ability as an orc warrior, but young and brash nature, which sometimes makes him rather ignorant to things. The commentary and narrative, and she generally includes what I call a companion story below each episode that gives some information but not too much to the episode. But the commentary and narrative do such a good job portraying that nature of Logan. The decisions he makes are just, again, atypical but justified and almost logical in the way that she plays him. The last thing I wanted to point out, this is a concept that I wish I had played out with Glamic, who isn't great at and can hardly read, but I botched it. But Logan cannot read and spends time navigating that and learning in the roleplay. Now, to highlight that, one of my favorite episodes to date is her reading a book in character as Logan. But it's not just any book. For context, I love how this shows his maturity and ability in one facet, but as mentioned, there's a sheer ignorance and inability in another facet of him. It shows his progress, and in such a light-hearted way that it's just perfect. Roll that role play.
And he found this one, Kolb and the Dragon. He thought, dragons. I wouldn't mind reading about that. And it says Kolb and the Dragon, Adventure for Nord Boys. And fun thing about this is that it's a child's book. It's not too hard for him to read. And, he has his pride, but nobody needs to know. Besides, this book's a little bit better than you would imagine. So, let's practice some reading here. Kolb was a brave Nord warrior. One day, his chief asked Kolb to slay an evil dragon that threatened their village. Go through the mountain pass, Kolb, his chief said. You will find the dragon on the other side. So we turn to page 2. Kolb took his favorite axe and shield and walked to the pass, where he found a cold cave, a windy cave, and a narrow trail. Alright, where shall he go? Let's go to Windy Cave. Page 8. A strong gust of wind blew Kolb's torch out and knocked him into a pit where he split his head and died. Okay, let's go back and try another option. I love these books. Let's go up, walk up the trail, page 12. One more, okay. Climbing up, Kolb found a camp. He met a wise man who shared bread and showed 2 paths to the dragon's lair. One went through the hills, the other through a marsh. Ooh, this is a difficult one. I want to go in the hills, but let's go to the marsh. I don't know why. Let's see. Treading through the marsh, Kolb discovered a wailing ghost blocking his way. Does he attack the ghost or give the ghost gold? Well, let's go with the gold. Kolb remembered a story his gran told him and tossed 2 gold chits for the ghost, and it faded away, allowing him to pass. Turn to page 7. Leaving the marsh behind him, Kolb could see the dragon's lair nearby, as well as a small welcoming tavern. Oh, does he go to the lair or does he go to the tavern?
So, Rogue, if you're watching this, thank you for the time you put into your characters and your RPs, and for sharing that with us. And if any of you stop by, leave her a like and a comment. If you know any RPs that deserve attention like this, again, even outside of Skyrim, let me know about it in the comments below. Cheers, this is Chris aka Nas with New Adventures in Skyrim.